evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. If you're wondering, hey, why does Boris have 2 losses on this Paladin deck? Didn't he only have 1? Well, I lost a game due to a power outage at the apartment. Sometimes our fuse breaks for absolutely no reason at all. We should probably contact the maintenance people about that. Anyway, Merry Christmas! Day after Christmas, whatever. I got a nice belated Christmas gift of losing a game in the arena, but that's okay. This deck was struggling to get wins, so let's go ahead and see how far we can go before we pick up a new deck. And what's that, Psyche?
It said slash lose power.
Oh, let's see how many wins we can get before we start a new deck / lose power again, says my girlfriend. All right. The game I was playing, which I'm not going to post because whatever, the power ended up dying. I was up against a hunter. I was hanging on, doing okay. I managed to drop Force Tank Max right when the power died. So who knows? If he'd had an answer to that, he probably would have won. But actually, if he didn't have an answer to it, he would have lost. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Lost a game to the power. Beagle's Rock is our Warlocky opponent. We get a nice. Got a decent opening hand for once. This is actually pretty solid. I could use Hand of Protection as a 1 mana deal 2 damage / don't deal 2 damage to the opponent thing. If he plays something here. He doesn't have anything though. This is great, so I get to play Haunted Creeper. I draw Boulderfist Ogre a little bit early, but you know what? Better him than Force Tank Max, which is what I seem to draw all the time. So nice fast start for me. Let's see if he's got anything. He has a Micro Machine, which I have a perfect answer to. I even get to play a real minion. Alright, hang on a minute. Do I play this? The thing is, if I play this and I kill his Micro Machine, you can coin Hellfire. Then I'd lose this and this. The spiders would regenerate. I don't have to play the Raptor. I could play a Recruit. I think I need the extra power. So we're going to do this and think. Either I use Light's Justice and pop out my spiders, or I use Hand of Protection. Hand of Protection is a pretty marginal card, and I'm more vulnerable to Hellfire if I pop these spiders out. So let's keep the spiders where they are and let him coin out Hellfire if he wishes. If he does that, he'll have 5 cards left to my 2 spiders and 3 cards. Alright, he doesn't have it. He has Elven Archer, which I can kill with my spider, so it's okay. No big deal. He's going to coin into a Shattered Sun Cleric, is that right? Is that what you think you're doing? Yeah, you're so special. Okay, so here we can take care of this relatively easily. I can actually Consecrate, wow. Consecrate or Light's Justice plus Recruit. You know what, let's go ahead and just Consecrate. It's a 2-for-1. He keeps my minions both alive, gets more damage on his face. Sucks that this is a 6-drop, not a 5-drop, but that's okay. I can make a Recruit and the weapon next turn at the very least. It's going to silence up my spiders, but that's okay because I can kill off his Spellbreaker. Origin Commander, not exactly what I needed at this point, but that's fine. So we're going to hit him down below 20. This deck doesn't have the best burn, but I do have some really good 6-drops coming down, so he needs a Slam Bang minion now and the next turn. Chink. Alright, he's got a Floating Watcher, which doesn't work at the moment, but it's threatening to. So he just paid currently 5 mana for a 4/4, and that is good enough to actually stop me from playing Boulderfist Ogre. So I think that actually that was, it looked very, very bad, and certainly there were better things he could have done, like a Spectral Knight would have been a lot better there. So would have Sludge Belcher, but it wasn't entirely without value, that move. Because now instead of a 6/7, I have a 4/2 on the field. Okay, he's going to Shadow Bolt, which is pretty expensive to kill a 2-toughness minion. And he life taps. Should have life tapped first. Always want to life tap first. Okay, he's struggling to get anything down. Let's play the Ogre. Whackety, whackety, whackety dingle. So the reason I'm hitting him in the face with this weapon, which is not the best use of this weapon, of course, is I want to clear the way in case I do top deck True Silver Champion later. We might end up having a burnout victory here. So Boulderfist Ogre is very tough. He needs Siphon Soul right now. That'll get him back up to 14. Kill off my Ogre. Oh, he doesn't have it. He has a Dread Infernal, which is definitely not what he needs because that allows me to just keep on hitting him. Okay, always draw cards first. See if we get a chicken. We get this, which is not that much, you know, a chicken's not that much worse than that, so that's fine. Let's just hit him in the face. Ba-bink, ba-bink, ba-bink. And let's load down. So we'll do this, this, and this. He's just gonna die here unless he can play some serious tauntage. This is where I really wish Force Tank Max had Taunt. Like an 8 mana Taunt, that's an 8/8, that would actually be like almost playable. Or a 7/7 with Taunt, that would actually be a playable card, but the Divine Shield is just stupid. So he life taps to kill himself, and that's that. Okay, well, Karma rewards me a little bit for my unfair loss to power. Because who knows, maybe if I had won that game against the Hunter, then I would have lost against the opponent I'd played next. So, you know, let's just assume it's all equal here. 5-2, solid result. If I lose the next one, especially considering that I had a loss due to power, and I started off with a tough loss, I'd say that was a pretty good run for this deck, and at least partially validates my claim that the deck was a good one. Okay, well, let's see who we get. Taking a sip of good luck water. My girlfriend got me some fancy soda, among many other things, for my Christmas stocking. This is Lemmy Sparkling Lemonade Soda with real lemon juice since 1939. It's pretty good. Now, that's just the bottle, of course. I've since drunk the soda greedily and replaced the soda with water. Okay, so definitely can't keep the Rockjaw Trog there, much as I might like to. We're going to keep this, though. That's great. He can, of course, Shadow Word Pain this thing into oblivion, but that's still pretty much a victory because it's only a 1-mana card, and if he Shadow Word Pains that, that's great. In fact, Abusive Sergeant plus Sergeant Squire could be a very good combo, and that can bide me some time until I can play this on turn 6. So I could have actually coined the Abusive Sergeant out, but I figured we'll go for it. There's not a bad chance he'll actually play something with 3 health or less. Oh, okay, well, so much for that plan. Here, I want to play the Raptor because I do think the extra power could be relevant. If he were to play like a 1/4 of some sort, I definitely would want it. Well, Holy Smite gives him something to do. That is really too bad. He's got this card he's flicking. Is that a silence? I don't know. Ah, that's a good top deck. So, Abusive Sergeant would be kind of crappy to play here, but Shattered Sun Cleric, I don't really mind. I think it's just valid to, for 3 mana, put a total of 7 power and toughness on the table. I think that's very reasonable. Does he have another Holy Smite? Seriously? He's got a Shadow Word Pain. Okay, that is definitely a victory that he used Shadow Word Pain on this. I've got, you know, things like my Trog and my Senjin that I don't want dying to Shadow Word Pain. Okay, well, here I don't see much of a reason not to play this. If he Holy Smites here, or Holy Novas here, that would be profoundly dumb. It would just kill a Recruit and an Abusive Sergeant and pop the Divine Shield, so I'd be totally okay with it. Okay, Spiteful Smith comes down. Now he's starting to play some good stuff, but, you know, this is like what I've talked about a gajillion times. If you fall behind, it doesn't necessarily work to just, you know, play a big minion. Okay, now the reason I threw away the Abusive Sergeant instead of popping the Divine Shield is then I would have been pretty vulnerable to Holy Nova if I'd popped this shield. Everything would have died. Got a Holy Fire, which is not the best way of killing an Argent Commander, and this tells me he doesn't have Holy Nova. I think he would have played Holy Nova there if he'd had it. So we're going to drop a Boulder Fist Ogre. Of course, now he's going to play Shadow Word Death, and he's actually doing fine here, considering how much I've been dealing damage. The Holy Fire healed him back up. He's got 6 cards to my 7. He's got a Shadow Word Death for this, I'm certain. No! Oh my! No Shadow Word Death. Well, that is quite the fortunate break for me. Just gotta decide how I want to do this. Whether I use Seal of Light or not. I definitely want to kill the Scarlet Crusader first. You know what? Let's not overexert ourselves here, shall we? Let's just do this. Pop the shield. Kill that. I'm gonna put Divine Shield on this guy, because he showed me that he didn't have a Shadow Word Death last turn. Let's make a Recruit. Always want to be making those, because every time I make a Recruit, I go up a card, and that's good against a Priest. Of course, after talking about how good it is against a Priest, I ended up losing my first game against a Priest. He just top-decked a Yeti, so he just still doesn't have Shadow Word Death, or I'm a crazy man. Inner Fire. He's going to probably do it on my Ogre to drop it down to a 4/4. Well played. But that does mean that he can't Shadow Word this thing, so there's some cost to that. Okay, so he definitely doesn't have Shadow Word Death, or he obviously would have used that. So I'm going to play Force Tank Max. We're still a turn away from Mind Control. Question is, do I hit him in the face, or do I pop off this Yeti? I can hit him for, let's see, 4, 6, 7, 11 damage. I really haven't dealt enough damage to him. Let's just go ahead and kill this Yeti. Let's get some spare parts. Please just don't give him the freaking coolant. I swear to God, that's the only one my opponents ever get. Got the taunt, which is great. I don't want to put it on this because Mind Control is coming up next turn. And okay, he concedes. Great. I guess he didn't have Mind Control, unlike that other priest who had Mind Control. La-di-da. Adamastor was the opponent we just beat, and just like that, we're up to 6-2. So, okie dokie. Actually got a chance to make it to 7. After starting out 0-1 and losing a game to Power Loss, that would be quite the coup to make it to 7 wins here. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. And after talking about how difficult the wins have been, these 2 wins were both pretty easy. I could definitely do with another one of those. Yep. Hi, it's another priest. Okay, wow, really getting sick of these priests. When you're playing with Boulder Fist Ogre and Force Tank Max, priests are just the worst things to face because the Shadow Word Death is so good. Alright, so the question is, do you keep your Rockjaw Trog? You got turn 1, turn 2. I can play this on turn 3. I'm gonna go for it. I could always get something else, and this is actually a nice curve now. Turn 1, turn 2, coin, turn 3, turn 4. Play the Yeti first because it hits harder and doesn't die to Shadow Word Pain, of course. He's here, he's possibly queer, I don't know, but he's holding on to he's flipping over his cards, so I know that he's not AFK. Is he going to play a Northshire Cleric? That would really trip up the whole spider plan that I've got going on. No Northshire Cleric. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Does something just explode over here? Does it explode if you don't touch it? Interesting. Oh, right, it just... yeah, okay. Anyway, got this weapon out. Will I get to use it, or is he going to play an Ooze? Plays a Shrinkmeister, which is fine. So here, I'm actually going to go ahead and... oh, man, I'm going to waste a tick of this weapon. I'm actually going to play the spiders. It's fine. Let's get some spider action going. He can, of course, kill the spider and heal this up, but then I can throw a spider in with the weapon and kill him anyway. And I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. He's probably not going to do that. That would be just too good for me. Yeah, Ogre Brute. Okay. Well, I've got a good answer to Ogre Brute, which is Mechanical Yeti. Pretty much makes the Ogre Brute look embarrassing. And I will go ahead and kill off Mr. Shrink over here. This does a couple of things for me. I mean, now Seal of Light wouldn't be wasted. And I've got the Antique Healbot, so I can use up more of my healing, which is great. I can also play this Trog next turn, and then the Tiger the turn after that. This is looking alright, which means I'm going to lose. Anytime I say things are looking pretty good, I've got a good hand, etc., I'm just always like, nope, die. Anyway, let's see what he's got here. Maybe a buff for this would be good. Shattered Sun Cleric would be pretty rock solid. No, he's got a Soul Priest, so I got to take care of that because that's going to start making my life very irritating. Okay, how do we do this? I could play the Trog. If I did that, I can't actually, if I play the Trog, I can't actually kill both of his creatures. I can kill the Soul Priest, but I can't kill this one. So, the Soul Priest is definitely the one I want to kill. I mean, there's just no question about that. So, the question is, am I going to play Seal of Light? That would let me kill the Brute and the Soul Priest. And then I could play an Argent Squire and a Reinforcement. Okay, let's do that. Let's just clear his board. So, how do we do this? I think this is the best way, because it means the Yeti takes less damage. Spiders ended up being very good. And actually, let's make a Recruit here instead of the Squire. I'll sacrifice the Divine Shield in exchange for going up a card. Antique Healbot's looking really good here. I'm actually at 28 health, but my opponent doesn't know that. Priest, of course, don't really do that much burn, so 20 health versus a Priest is very safe. Let's see if he's got Holy Smite for this Yeti. That's what he really wants. Squire. Doesn't have it, though. So he gets the Squire, which will take off my Yeti and everything, but that's okay by me because I can clear his board without having to spend any mana, which is pretty much all I want. Let's first of all do this, just to see what spare part we're going to get. Let's give a friendly minion stealth. That could be useful. That's actually really good with the Violet Teacher. Wow. Yeah, because it's a spell and everything, and then he can't kill it. But I don't want to do that right now. I'd rather just play this Tiger, because the Tiger's bigger than the Teacher. And, I don't know, I guess I could have played this and the Cloak Field. But next turn I can do the Violet Teacher, Cloak Field, and the Squire. I feel like I'm just using my mana better that way. Alright. Well played. Well played. Okay, so Shattered Sun Cleric on this would actually be pretty good. Let's do Violet Teacher. Let's give it spell. Let's play the Argent Squire, and let's think. Do I reveal my Tiger? Because if I hit him in the face, I'm getting some damage through, which is good. But if I wait, I can possibly Shattered Sun Cleric, buff my Tiger, and kill his Tiger off. What is 5 damage worth? I mean, 5 damage isn't worth that much here. We're playing an honest game. I'm not going to burn this guy out. I think I gotta go for the card advantage rather than the 5 damage when he's at full health, the priest, and has got 6 cards in his hand. We're gonna have to win a fair battle in this game, I think. So the spare part I got was pretty good. Keep in mind one of his 6 cards is a spare part as well. Most likely the freezing coolant, not because that one's more likely, but that's just the one that everyone always gets against me. Which I will continue to say even if there are billions of counterexamples put forward. So the freezing one wouldn't do him any good, neither would the health. Actually, none of them do him any good in this situation, because the Tiger can't attack what it wants to attack, and it probably doesn't want to attack the little things, and if it does, none of the spare parts would really help with that. There's like swip swapping health and attack, taunt. I guess the taunt one would be okay. Oh, he is going to use it. Is he going to buff his health or something? He's going to give it Velen's Chosen. Motherfucker. God damn it. Ah, that spell. And me without a silence. Okay, so there's a 7 health in the way that I have to get through, and then he's got that thing. Motherfucking god. Okay. Well, we have to play the Antique Healbot, because otherwise I'm just going to die. And then I can't do anything besides play Recruit. Wow, that Velen's Chosen. God damn, that card is too good for words. So we're gonna see, is there any way I can kill him? 3, 4, 5, 6? Nope. And anyway, it wouldn't have been enough to get the Tiger, so I might as well reveal my Tiger to kill that thing. Let's do this and this. No reason to throw my Violet Teacher away, make him do that. No reason to hit him with the weapon, because he's not close to dying. God, Velen's Chosen. What a ridiculous card. When I first played with it, I was like, let's try this out. Oh, wow, this seems to be pretty good. And then, like, when my opponents have used it, it's like, holy gods. Kill me now. Please just kill me now. It's gonna freeze it. I told you it's the freezing coolant every damn time, which is so bad here because he's going... Are you goddamn kidding me, Jesus? Are you goddamn kidding me? So there's a 9-13. I don't have any silence in this deck. There's nothing a Paladin has that could kill this unless he has a big game hunter. This game is just over. So made it to 6 wins, lose to a single card. That card is Velen's Chosen. Yeah, I'm going to bitch about it. Yes, I am. So there's just no way I can deal 13 damage before this thing kills me. I would have needed a taunt or something to at least buy myself some time, but if this thing's just hitting me every turn, I'm going to die. Can I get a taunt? I get a ship's cannon. That is not taunt. So I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. It's not enough to kill that thing. So, yeah, looks like I'm going down to 1 health. I'll draw a card, see what I get, I suppose. Hand of Protection. Well, I needed a taunter, didn't get one. Let's... I don't even know. Let's play this. There's really no reason to play Hand of Protection here, because he's not going to attack my minions. He's going to hit me in the face. He just needs 1 more damage. Priests aren't the best at burning out, but pretty much everyone can deal 1 more damage. And looks like, yeah, he says well played. Oh my god, that was a retarded game. Velen's Chosen. Well, I should have taken the Spellbreaker over the Sen'jin. Didn't get the Sen'jin this game, so it wouldn't have mattered because I wouldn't have drawn it. But, lesson learned, take Spellbreaker over Sen'jin. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you do that. Asshole. Ass Brugby. If you see this guy, troll him. Troll him, my internet army, for his stupidness. Okay, so anyway, that was that. We got up to 6 wins. Pretty good result, considering I lost a game to a power outage and double Velen's Chosen. And frickin' freezing coolant. I could have actually killed this Tiger if he had had any spare part other than freezing coolant. So yeah, there's that. I guess if he had had the stealth one, that would have been annoying too, because he could have stealthed after attacking. Oh, really? That's what I get? Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Open up our pack. Failed to make it above 11,000 with that one. We get some, you know, cool stuff and all, but doesn't really matter. And our next arena. Okay, so we've done Mage already. We've done Paladin. What was the other thing I did twice? I think Rogue was the other thing I've gotten twice. Let's take a quick look at our stats sheet here. I'm probably going to go ahead and do Druid, just because have a bad taste in my mouth from Priest there. Yes, I've done Mage, Rogue, and now Paladin, so let's go ahead and grab a Druid for the second run through our Goblins versus Gnomes playthrough. Still doing pretty well, got an average of above 7. Oh, right, gotta do that. Opening up with a legendary, well then, Trogzor the Earthinator. That's a Homestar reference, isn't it? Whenever your opponent casts a spell, summon a burly Rockjaw Trog. Interesting. Bad stats, but a very interesting ability. Mimirin's Head. At the start of your turn, if you have at least 3 megs, destroy them all. Okay, that's not going to happen. Actually, this counts for itself, so you need 2 other mechs. But yeah, this isn't going to happen. So it's an overpriced Chillwind Yeti. Sylvanas is just always solid. Interesting. This thing, I guess it's just a matter of how good you think that is in the arena. So the opponent probably spends a spell to kill it, and then you get a Burly Rockjaw Trog. That's the 3/5 dude. But then again, it's a 6/6 for 7, so if you're not ahead, you can't even play that thing. The opponent's just going to kill it with his superior minions. So I'm going to grab Sylvanas, a little bit more reliable there, I think. Swipe! Well, that's a good start. Legendary Swipe. Poison Seeds is absolute trash. I hate that card. I actually really hate this so much, I'm going to take Ironforge Rifleman instead. Don't want to count on Undertakers in the arena, so we'll take the Panther. It's good early, it's good late. Perfect card. Hate this, hate this. Grizzly it is. Claw is fine, although I would like some spell damage. I'd prefer to wait for a Geomancer if I can. This is just a generic 2/3, so we'll take the good 1/1 over the generic 2. Spellbreaker! Lessons learned. Take Spellbreaker. Get an Epic to go with our Legendary, and the only one here that's any good is Faceless. I hate those giants. They're terrible. Don't play them. Here we have Nourish versus Kodo. The Kodo can be an absolute house in some cases, but I think Nourish is more reliable because card draw is very strong, so I'll take that. I'm sure some people would disagree with that choice. We got the Annoytron versus the Cub. So it's a 2/3 with Taunt or a 1/2 with Taunt and Divine Shield. How do you judge? How do you judge? Let's go ahead and take her because or him because it's a Druid. Alright, I can take an Ironbark here, but I don't know. I know that it's good to take endgame and whatnot, but I think I'd rather have a Boulderfist Ogre than an Ironbark, or even a Sunwalker than an Ironbark, pretty much all the time. So it's either Wolf Rider or the good 1-drop. Let's take the Wolf Rider for some reach and removal. Ascension is the easy pick there. Ugh. Yuck. Ah, crap. Well, with this, I wish I had taken the Stampeding Kodo over the Nourish. Of course, this could have just as easily been a Stampeding Kodo. Then I would have been glad I took Nourish. So the question is 2 Nourishes or a Nourish and a Twilight Drake? I think I gotta take the Twilight Drake. One problem with the Twilight Drake, of course, is now that Silence has gotten better, there's more people playing Silence, and then more people are likely to just neuter your Drake. Spectral Knight's the easy call there. It's a fantastic 5-drop. Here we'll grab a Mark of the Wild for some more taunting. That's always fine. Of course, I regret it, because now I have another one. I don't want 2 Marks of the Wild. We'll take this thing, even though I don't like that card very much. Savagery does work with Claw. I don't have any healing for this guy. Mana Wraith's just bad. Savagery really only works with Claw. But this thing is so mediocre, we're going to take Savagery. I'm not happy about it. Okay, so we'll take either the Arcane Golem for some more finishing power or the Imp Master for just a decent 3-drop. We'll take him. Let's get some reach in this deck. Ouch! Claw versus Druid of the Claw. I gotta take the Druid of the Claw. This is such a strong minion. I think even though it means passing up removal and some more synergy with Savagery, I gotta take it. Druid of the Fang. If you have a beast, transform this into a 7/7. Well, it's either that or the Geomancer. Geomancer right now actually really only works with Savagery. Oh god, I think spell damage works on this. I think it does. And then of course Swipe, which is just phenomenal. This thing, how many beasts do I have, really? I have this, which is a beast. That's a mech. That's a beast, actually, so it's 2 beasts. That's a beast. I have 3 beasts? Could I get 4? Can I have 4 beasts? 4 beasts! 4 beasts! Is this a beast? Does Druid of the Claw turn into a beast? I think I read something saying that it does, but I don't know. So this is either an overpriced 4/4 or a ridiculous thing. Let's just take the Geomancer. That was a tough call. I don't think I have quite enough beasts to justify it. Wild Growth or the Dragon? Well, I do have a fair number of 4s and 5s I'd like to play early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I'd like to play early. I think it's worth taking over the Dragon. Starfire for some more reach and good removal and card advantage. Okay, so I don't want 2 Starfires when my curve's already this high. The Ghoul is alright, but I'm going to grab an Owl for more Silence. Silence is pretty good nowadays. This stuff I think is pretty bad. We'll take another Panther. Jeeves. Oh, Jeeves. I don't know. I don't think with this curve I'm likely to get much use out of Jeeves. I don't want two savageries. I guess we're taking Crazed Alchemist. Alright, this is a good 5-drop, but I've already got him. I don't like this, actually. I did when Max came out. I thought this was really cool, but I don't like it, so we'll take Innervate, even though it's risky. And here's a tough moment, actually. The Antique Healbot does win games, but the Piloted Shredder is so solid. And curve-wise, I'd rather have, with this kind of situation, an extra 4 over an extra 5. But the Healbot can win games. I just have so many 5s. I gotta do this for curve reasons, but we'll see. We'll see if I regret it. Another thing. Christ. Alright, so I can take the Cobra for some removal, or I can take this for mana, which I could want, or cards. I'll take the Grove Tender, but I could definitely see myself regretting that. So, regrets of this draft. Taking Nourish over the Kodo. Not that that was a mistake, but I saw another Nourish later alongside a mediocre pick. So I ended up taking a regrettable rare just to avoid 2 Nourishes. Another regret is possibly not taking that Cobra at the end. Possibly not taking the Healbot over the Piloted Shredder. So we'll see if I'm ever at like 4 health and I draw the Piloted Shredder when the Healbot would have won me the game. Of course, we'll also see if I'm ever at turn 4 and I get to play the Piloted Shredder because I didn't take the better 5-drop instead. I've had comments, some people tell me, Boris, you're worried too much about curve. Don't worry about curve to the extent of taking a bad card over a better one. But I don't know. I disagree. I think that's the whole point. That sometimes you do need to worry about your curve, and as a result, take a slightly inferior card over a better one. That's the whole point. I mean, if you would never take a slightly inferior card over a slightly better one for curve reasons, then there would be no such thing as caring about curve at all. So I think you got to do it. The question is, do you do it at the correct times or the incorrect times? Okay, so we have the thing. I think it's just a mistake to ever not do the health on this. Especially now that Paladins have Seal of Light, you gotta do this. And as a Druid, you can always get yourself an extra damage with Shapeshift if you need to, so I really think you should just always go for the 2/3 version. Here we have a choice. I can either Shapeshift to kill the Recruit, or I can take some damage to kill the Recruit. I think the right move is just take some damage and kill this Recruit. Puts an extra minion out there. Board Presence is a good thing. So he doesn't have the coin out as the second player, so there's no Consecration Cup coming just yet. Well, I got this thing. So score 1 for the Piloted Shredder. I'm almost certainly going to be playing this on turn 4. Don't want to play the Crazed Alchemist. Here I'd be a little bit vulnerable to Consecration if I did. Ah! Well, I'd definitely play the Grizzly. So we're going to damage the Cub. Smackety, smackety do. And now I've got a good board here. Consecration kills 2 of these, but leaves the Grizzly alive. I hit him for 3 more. I play the Shredder. This is pretty good. This is looking pretty solid. And then I can Nourish up. If he's not able to, like, threaten me in any way, I will just Nourish on turn 5. Okay, so huge victory for the Piloted Shredder. See, the Antique Healbot's probably a better card, but I get to play this thing now. And that's a really strong 4-drop. I can even throw it away and not really mind too much, and I can play Nourish, hopefully. We'll see if he threatens me enough with his 5th turn and this big 7-card hand that I actually won't be able to play Nourish. Nightblade, that is definitely not going to stop me from playing Nourish. Definitely not. I could do other things, Power of the Wild, whatever, but let's just draw cards. Always draw cards first. Ka-chink. High up. High up. Ooh, and high up. So this is why you always draw cards first. Now I can actually innervate into, well, I can go for Power of the Wild, but it would make the bear kill the Nightblade and let me keep this thing alive, which is trading 2 cards. I don't think that actually makes any sense. I could just play Innervate and just play a random minion. I could Innervate for the Crazed Alchemist to make this be a 1/3 or to make this be a 3/4. None of that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and see what I get before I make any further decisions. I get a 2/3, which is totally fine. And yeah, let's go ahead and Innervate out something. I think I'll Innervate out this Raptor. Just keep it simple. Dink. Seemed worth it to get the extra minion out, since I'm not gonna, like, I don't currently have any need for Innervate. Anything else? Okay. got some answers here with the buff, the shooting, the savagery, the flipping. There's a lot of stuff I could do here, potentially.
The light protects me.
Squire. Alright, well, Blood Knight would be good. That did not, however, come up in my draft. But I think we're going to be okay here. I think we're going to be alright. Spectral Knight, can I play you? I think that would be a little bit greedy. Let's do this. First, we'll shapeshift. And, let's see here. Okay, am I going to use savagery against this thing? Yeah, I think I am. So let's savagery that. Ironforge Rifleman to finish it off. Shapeshift to hit that. Kill that off. Hit him. Vulnerable to Consecration, but he's already played one. If he played another one, he'd have 5 cards to my 5, and I'd be throwing down a Spectral Knight. So I think I'm okay. If he plays Consecration, obviously I'd rather he didn't. And if he doesn't, I'm great. So this thing, not very good here when you're behind as much as he is. He doesn't want to be playing that card at all. Alright, can I actually kill him? I might be able to. I've got what? 3 plus 4. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. It's this and this that I want to do. Right, so 4 damage. This is 5 damage. That's 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. I actually have the kill here. So, you know, always look for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Ka-chink. That was a 5 damage. Kind of like a Mind Blast, essentially. But better than Mind Blast because it was flexible. It could have been a Panther if I needed it to be. And there we go. We win the first game just like that. Pretty solid, but the opponent didn't ever do anything, so I can't really bask too much. Well, no, he played a Consecration and killed a bunch of my minions. I think he did something. He just needed more removal and less sitting around doing nothing. Yeah, that's the pro analysis I'm bringing you guys today. Yes, in my expert opinion, this man needed more removal and less sitting around without doing anything. That's just what I'm going to say here based on my years of experience and analysis of the Hearthstone video game system made by Blizzard Entertainment. Okay, where the opponent number 2 is a rogue. Doughboy Fresh. God, that's a dumb name. Can I be second, please? Yay! I'm second. Alright, so here we'll mulligan this. I can actually play this on turn 2 with the Wild Growth's help. It's such a bad 3-drop. And on turn 3, I can't keep it. That's just too greedy. Alright, I'll keep this in case I need to play it, but I'm hoping to get a better 3-drop like an Ironforge Grizzly. Hey, look at that! It actually happened. So this is a pretty spectacular opening hand, which means I'm going to lose, because I always lose when I say that my hand's good. I get to coin into Wild Growth. The Rogue doesn't have the coin, so you can't turn on combos. I get to play Grizzly on turn 2, this on turn 3, this on turn 4. So I've got the perfect curve. And look! That's 2 wins for the Piloted Shredder. This is why you care about curve, and don't just always take the best card. Ladies as well as gentlemans. Okay, so we can play this guy. I don't know what the point of that would be, except I guess to protect against Deadly Poison killing my Grizzly. God, how much am I willing to play around Deadly Poison? The problem is if he plays a real minion, I'm going to really regret having only 1 power rather than having 3. So I'm not going to play around Deadly Poison. If she wants a Deadly Poison and kill my Grizzly, she can. And that's fine. But I just would rather play around her playing actual minions than her playing around one particular removal spell. Okay, does she have a backstab to kill my Grizzly with? That's the question. She does not. Alright, so here's a tricky situation. I can shapeshift to kill the Golem and play the power of the Wild, or I can play the better minion, but then the Grizzly's going to die to the dagger. And she gets to keep a 2-1. Okay, we'll clear the board. Let her kill my Grizzly. But I get some compensation for it. I get the Panther. And I know she doesn't have backstab, or she would have used it last time. So we get to play Spectral Knight, which is really great. You can plop it in the middle to stop betrayals. Can't be assassinated or sapped. Just really good against rogues. Really good against everybody. This minion is just freaking good. You gotta take those Spectral Knights. Violet Teacher, very strong. I can't do anything about it. I can play the Gnomergan Infantry, run the Panther in, and shapeshift. God, that's the lamest turn ever. We're gonna let her do it. We're gonna let her have her students. I think it just would have been too much of a loss to throw everything at this Violet Teacher. Generally, you don't ever want to let anyone untap with a Violet Teacher, but I'm willing to take a risk here. Okay, she doesn't have any spells, so that's good. She will take the time to kill the Panther, which is totally understandable. Alright, we got the silence. Do I want to use the silence? I can make this targetable by Starfire? I don't know what the point of that really would be. Let's just keep it simple here. We're going to play this guy. Shapeshift. Can't kill the Spectral Knight, so we will kill the Violet Teacher like so. Hit her in yonder face, and pass the turn. Okay, this is tense. It could go either way here. I've got some card advantage, but these are expensive, and I might not have the leisure of playing them. She's got a big hand. If she plays big stuff, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, she's going to clear my board, but it is going to take her whole turn doing that. And a 2-mana minion I get might be able to kill this unless I'm unlucky. I got... Wow, that's hilarious. Okay, so he did give me a card, so I guess I can't complain too much. And because he did give me a card, I got to play the Wolf Rider to kill off the Spectral Knight. Now, another option is to play the Infantry and Shapeshift to kill the Knight, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to use the Wolf Rider to kill it. And here, I'm actually going to... oh, shoot. I should have Spell Broken first. I could have played this to get an extra 4-3 out. But alright, we'll play the Gnomeregan Infantry instead. Just do that. So this kind of wastes her weapon's potential. So it's a decent move anyway. I have 9 points of burn damage, so she's down to 9 health if I want her to be. 9 turns of shapeshifting is a bit too much, so I don't want to count on burning her out. I'm probably going to use these as actual removal. I'd love to see something like a Wind Fury Harpy here, which I can kill and go up a card. And then keep plunking her way at her. What's she going to do to Nat Pagle? Piloted Shredder, I am so happy about that choice over the Antique Healbot. Totally the right choice. I made the judgment that my curve needed a 4-drop, not a 5. And I made the correct call. I'm really, really proud of myself. Is she going to kill off Nat Pagle? She isn't. She's going to get a 6-3, however, which is a little bit serious. I get another card with Nat. Nat's gotten me both cards so far. Okay, well, I think what we have to do here is play this thing so that she has to waste her weapon against it. And I have to decide how I want to deal with this. I could silence it, and then it won't be able to kill my cub unless she has a buff. I'm actually going to go for that. It's risky to do it this way, but I figure the alternative, which was to Starfire this, is just not palatable. So let's see if she has a buff or any sort of extra damage so that she can get past this cub. This could have been a Noyotron, which would have actually been better. That might have been a mistake. Yeah, okay, so she now gets to kill off the cub with her rifleman. She's using the weapon. Well, oh, I guess she wants to kill off my Spellbreaker with the thing. She killed off Nat. Oh, she let me keep my Spellbreaker. She was sick of Nat. Wow, alright. So how good is Swipe here? Well, let's take a look and see if I can actually win. I've got a lot of damage potential. I've got, this is 4. This is 4, that's 8. 8 plus 4 is 12, and then I'm threatening lethal with Starfire. I mean, that seems good. Right? Of course, let's see. If I play this and then swipe her face, it's kind of going all in there, because then I've got 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12. She's at 2 health. She plays an Antique Healbot, goes up to 10. This takes her down to 5, and then I can't finish her off. I think that's probably a mistake. So we're going to play it a little bit safer. I'm going to swipe her biggest minion. Going to shapeshift. There. To kill off that thing. Kill off, actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit her in the face. Boom. And I really, really should have done this first. Let's just do that. Pass the turn. Okay, so now she can't kill me. This is 8-10 damage. She can't do 20 damage unless ridiculous stuff happens. I am not threatening lethal because this is 11 mana here, so I can't actually kill her next turn. But it's gonna be tight for her. She actually will take the damage. All right, good time. There's a Morgan. Okay. Let's see what we got. Senjin. So I could hit her in the face for 4. Take her down to 3, 2, 1. Ouch. 4, 5, 6. She's going down to 1 health. Then if she plays Antique Healbot, she heals up to 9. I still can't kill her after that. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the right move. I could shapeshift to kill that. Just play it to look kind of safe. Okay, I'm gonna hedge my bets. I'm gonna shapeshift to kill this. Play this with charge. But I'm not going to use this as the buff. I'm gonna use this for the Panther. So basically she has to kill everything here. My minions are threatening lethal, and she needs to throw down an antique heal bot. But at least if she plays the heal bot here, she only has 5 mana left to deal with my board. She's only got 4 cards. And then if she doesn't deal with it, then I can just Starfire to kill her. Okay, no antique heal bot, just a Stormwind Champion, no taunt, doesn't matter. She's going to die now. Well played. Savagery, not helpful. Starfire, very helpful. Alright, we'll have time for one more game. And this deck, which I didn't actually comment on its quality, all I said was that I had some possible regrets, seems pretty good so far. It's just been working very nicely. It's having good curves, good removal to minions ratio. Pretty happy with it, which means I'm going to lose the next 3 games in a row. Thankfully, we're only going to get to see one of them, because that's all there's time for in this video. Haha. Take a sip of Good Luck water. The Good Luck water is for the power not dying out in the apartment. Okay, up and up against another rogue. Pretty glad not to be seeing priests. Velen's Chosen, that card, I think by itself makes me hate facing priests now. It didn't used to be that way. Priests, you know, they were good, but they were just priests. Velen's Chosen, though, now that I've seen it on both sides of the table, I realize what a freaking bitch and a half it is. Okay, this is a tough opening hand. This makes me wish I had a Fairy Dragon instead of Wild Growth. Because if I had a Fairy Dragon here, I would just, you know, play out one of the 2 drops and then play out the other one, and that's fine. Here, it's awkward, because either I play a Wild Growth, but then I'm missing the opportunity to play my little guys, or I play the little guys, but then time kind of passes me by on the Wild Growth. Well, I think I gotta go for this Cub. She can, of course, dagger up and trade the Infiltrator, killing it. That's fine. I'll take that. And then maybe next turn I'll play the Wild Growth. Who knows? Oh, she's got something better. She's got a spider. Okay, so she's going to keep this hidden. And call it a day. If I play this, this will be, what, a Chillwind Yeti that's silenceable? But if I do other stuff, this thing is just going to come too late. Let's think. I can do this. Pop the spiders. Shapeshift to kill off a spider. Then she can still kill this thing. I can put Mark of the Wild on it and make this Chillwind Yeti with taunt, and then hit her in the face. All right, let's try that. See how this goes. We'll see. So it's difficult for a rogue to deal with that. She'd have to have a sap, which would basically put her away in the lead. But sap's not super common of a card. She has it. Wow. No, she has backstab. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So she's gonna trade the Infiltrator and pop the spiders, all to kill that thing off. She does have, of course, 3 mana, which she plays a pretty big minion with. So, all in all, I'd say that worked out badly. I can't kill this thing with Claw. I can shapeshift to kill a spider. This sucks. This definitely sucks. Did not work out well at all. I forgot how good backstab would be there, plus a decent 3 mana minion. So she gets to pound me in the face. There's no other minions here. So this drawback doesn't matter. She just has a 4/4 out. And a Piloted Shredder. Ouch. Oh, that's hard. So I can Claw Shapeshift to kill this Shredder, but it doesn't do me any good. It's just gonna come back. I could silence the Shredder, but I gotta get a better minion out, I think. I could silence the Shredder, and then there's nothing else to do. Shapeshift to kill a spider. Then the owl just dies to the dagger. No, I gotta play this. I'm super behind here. I had too much of a good thing in my opening hand. Too many 2s, couldn't actually get to use them all. And she had a fast start. She had the 1 and the 2 and then a backstab. Hard to beat that. Okay, does she have an answer for this? She's another Ogre Brute. Gosh, she really loves those brutes. Oh man, she is just going full on for the face. Okay, the first brute misses. So she will take the damage and hopefully lose the spider. Okay. Jeez. I'm in some serious ass trouble. Faceless Manipulator, cute card, can't play it. Gotta do this. Gotta do it. Don't have any choice in the matter. She gets to kill the owl with the dagger. She's a 4/4 and 3 cards. I'm doing kind of okay on cards. But my cards are not very good for the situation. The Wild Growth times passed it by. This isn't any good. If it is good, that means she played a really big minion, so that's a problem. I'm just in trouble. Oh, God. Okay. Well, she kills the owl, so she can guarantee 4 damage. All smart stuff. She's got 10 damage here. I've got Sylvanas. Oh, boy. Do I play Sylvanas or do I play the Ogre? I think I gotta do this. She hits me for 10, I'm down to 6. I don't have an antique heal bot here. I've got Shapeshift and that's it. I just have to hope I can steal this Ogre. She needs a Sap or a Silence, or just 6 damage to win. Ouch. Oh god, she's got it. I can't survive this. Okay, the Ogre hits the wrong minion and dies. She hits me in the face, so I'm gonna die in a few turns. Nourish doesn't help me. I need life gain. Like, say, I don't know, maybe a antique heal bot or something. So I get an Ogre. I kill her Ogre. I steal it. I hit her in the face. The problem is I'm just dead. I'm down to 5 health. She can kill me this turn. Even if she doesn't kill me this turn, she'll kill me in a few turns because I just can't survive. I need Taunt. I need my Druid of the Claw. And I need her not to have any damage. Bomb Lobber will damage the Ogre, thankfully not killing it. Goblin Sapper doesn't do anything. Okay, is she gonna kill an Ogre or is she gonna hit my face? This is the test. Does she think she can burn me out? She makes the right call, I think. She's got to go for it. Even though there's a chance I could actually come back and win this, she made the right call. Okay. Don't get a taunt, but I do have Arcane Golem, so I have to check for my potential to win this. Let's see. I've got 4 plus 12 is 16. Plus 3 is 19 damage. I win the game. I cannot believe I'm going to win this game. Look at that. Panther be amazing. And Sylvanas was the right call, by the way. If I had taken that other legendary, if I had taken Thogzor the Earthminator, I would have lost this, I'm pretty sure. She didn't actually play any spells. She played a weapon and some minions. I had to steal her Ogre. Wow. Alright, that was an exciting end to this video. Thank you so much for watching the ups and downs. Started off with a loss due to power outage and then lost to Double Velen's Chosen, but then we had a really good Druid deck. I hope this keeps on trucking. I hope this ends up being a good run. Thanks for watching, folks. Merry friggin' Christmas. It's probably all over, but anyway, who cares? Goodbye. Please like and subscribe.